So, hello friends. So, today I shall be trying to explain what precautions can we take while we are riding a car during a foggy day. One thing you must have noted that when we drive on a foggy day, some kind of water vapors they come in front of the window. So there is a particular position of the fan which reduces that mist from the window pane. And if I try to explain as per my car model, the extreme uh, anti-clockwise position is there, and the heater should be on. So in that way the air directly goes to the window pane. So one must know, according to his car model or her car model, which is the fan position which can remove the mist from the window pane. That's one thing. Now there is a general belief that if we start the journey early in the morning, then it's better, because if there is any eventuality, any problem, then at least we have the whole day in front of us to tackle with the problem. But that doesn't hold good for the foggy days, winter days, because in those days the fog is very dense during the morning time. So in fact I would like to say that the ideal riding time in the winter is during the sun hours. Maybe they may be from 11 a.m. to say 5 p.m. That is ideal. Naturally, we know that visibility is extremely important for driving, and when the fog is dense, the visibility is too less. And if the there are lines, sometimes they are white, sometimes they are the yellow lines on the road, which guide us about the lane. If they are good, nicely painted, then they are really very helpful, because we are not able to see much, because of the dense fog. Okay, then what can we do about the lighting? So one is that fog light. When we just move the knob of that headlights to extreme, and then the headlights become on. But one step before that is the fog light. It's good to switch on the fog light. If it is a daytime and we do not need the headlights, we can always have the fog light on. But there's one catch, one thing, problem there. Many times when we get down the car, we forget to switch it off, because in many models there won't be any indication there on the dashboard that parking light or whatever this fog light is on. So if the car remains as such for a few hours, then the battery is likely to go dead, and a person won't be able to restart the car. And it happened with me. And the car was lying as such for a few hours, but luckily there was some strength in the battery, and the problem was averted. The trouble was averted. And there is other than that, there is a triangular button on the dashboard, which is kind of a panic button or whatever, and many people use that button, and it makes all the indicate. That's a good idea. Now there is a popular saying, lane driving is sane driving, but that holds all the more good during a foggy day. And when we overtake someone, then we will change the lane, and that is the point where we are taking a lot of risk. So once I was driving, and I thought some other person is a good driver, and I just try to follow that person, so that I am able to see his headlights, and I can just easily follow that car, and that makes the journey simple. But the person was taking risks. He was overtaking too frequently, and at one time he had overtaken in such a way that it was barely possible for him to overtake. But I was behind. I also wanted to overtake, and I overtook. So it was a very risky at that time. Overtaking at that time was very risky. Anyhow, I managed it, but then I realized that following another car in foggy day may not be a that good idea either, because if he changes the lane and we also change the lane along, and many times the space isn't there for two people to cross or overtake, so that's a risk. Why we are talking so much about these foggy days and riding? Because a lot is on stake when we are on wheels, particularly in India. See, there's a general belief, that war zone may be safer than the roads, and it holds good because roads may be actually riskier than what one might think. And if a person doesn't take precaution, then there is what is left with him is repentance, and only repentance. And I would say, I strongly believe that a person who drives after drinking has got no regard for his life. Chances of accidents increase manifold. And suppose he is driving and other people are also there in the car, then he is putting their life also to risk. So it is a high stake activity. So let me sum up. Riding early in the morning on a foggy day isn't a good idea. The best part is the sunny hours. See, if it's a dry day, very dry day in the summer season, then even night driving may not be that risky. Although in the night, any part of the year, the visibility will be less. Visibility is actually too essential for safe driving. And during foggy season, the visibility is too less. So best thing is to plan the trip in such a way that the driving is there on the sunny hours. So it should be avoided. If at all one has to, the speed should be very slow, and overtaking etc. should be really avoided. And one needs to use that panic button which keeps on flickering the indicators. And if after the morning, then there is some daylight and person switches off the headlights, then fog light is on, and if the fog light is on, one must remember to switch it off so that the battery should not go dead later on. So these were a few things I wish to share with you, and I hope this would help someone and may help someone save his life, because life is precious. See, time is precious. People want to travel, but life is more precious than time. If there is life, then there will be time. If there won't be any life, there won't be any time. So I hope this video will help you in some way. And also, thank you very much for watching the video. Bye bye.